everybody. How are y'all feeling this evening? It's a beautiful day for some yoga. So whenever you're ready, we'll just come to a comfortable seated position on the mat. So you can take a crisscross applesauce like so, or Indian style, some may call it. Or if you're feeling a little bit more loose, maybe you can take your feet apart, maybe placing one in front of the other, if that's more comfortable for you. So let's just go ahead and settle your sit bones into the mat as you wiggle your bottom down, placing a firm foundation against the earth there. And then I want you to inhale as you sit up tall through the spine, slightly tuck your chin, and imagine a line coming out of the back of your head to the earth. And then close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and rest your hands along the tops of your thighs or your knees there. And start to focus your attention inward. As you listen to your breath, breathe in, sit tall, and breathe out, relax. Start to listen to the sounds around you, the birds and the trees, the wind as it kisses your skin. Ready, you can keep your eyes closed or you can open them. We're going to stretch our arms out as we breathe in into a giant T. Reach the arms out as far as you can. And then reach them up as you take your gaze up. Reach for the sun. Beautiful stretch along the shoulder girdle there. You can bring the hands together. And then we're going to open them back up. So turn your palms out and then bring them away as you bring your chin back down. We're going to bring our hands to rest along the legs. Remember, sitting up tall here. And then again, we're going to breathe in, taking the arms out into a T, wide, wide, wide. And then turn the palms up and reach up as you face up towards the clouds. Maybe the palms come together, maybe not. And exhale, turn the palms away and bring them down as you draw your chin down as well, keeping it level with the earth there, and place your hands along the knees. Beautiful job. And from here, I'm going to change position so y'all can see the body here. Take your hands to your knees here, and you're going to loosen in the belly button here as you imagine your rib cage touching your hip bones here. So you're just going to slouch here and try and touch touch your rib cage to your hip bones there. And then draw your shoulders forward as your bra line here comes towards the back of your mat there, and relax your chin down. You're going to feel a beautiful stretch there in the back of the top back there. And then as you breathe in, go ahead and take your head up like a string is pulling you up towards the clouds. And then you're going to sit up tall, relax your shoulders back and down, and then draw the front here up and take your chin up. And as we exhale, we'll come back to position one. So relax the body back through, relax the shoulders, take the belly button to the back of the wall. Rib cage comes to the hips, relax your head. And again, breathe in as the head comes up towards the stars. Relax the shoulders, heart comes through, open up the neck, the chin. And from here, we're going to come to a neutral position. So relax the belly through, relax the heart through, and relax your chin to a neutral position. Beautiful job, yogis. From here, we're going to come to what is called a child's pose. So if you have, knee problems and you want some extra cushion, maybe you can fold the mat up and take the mat underneath the knees. So that is completely up to the yogi. And from here, we'll take our toes together to touch. Your knees will come wide on the mat. And you're going to sit back on those feet. And if you want to take your knees closer together, that's fine too. So from here, to come into our child's pose, I want you to breathe in, and we're going to extend the spine up and out from the crown. And then as you exhale, you're going to crawl your fingers forward as you try to lay your tummy on the ground and your biceps start to level out with the spine. Maybe you place your forehead on the mat. And then you can rest your forehead, your arms along the mat, maybe even the stomach. And as you start to breathe in, imagine the body expanding in every direction. So your rib cage are expanding for the sides of the mat. Your crown is extending over the top. And then as you exhale, go ahead and sink down and towards the earth and just relax. Relax into your mat. And again, come back to where you were in that place in the beginning where we started. Listening to your breath. Maybe the cars as they drive by. Remembering to breathe in as you expand. And breathe out as you relax down. Beautiful job, yogis. Here we're all going to breathe in. Let your chest rise from the earth. Let your gaze rise. And then from here, we're going to look up over our mats here, and we're going to walk our hands to the left. So take your left hand out, maybe in front of the knee over this way. And then maybe you want to place your forearm down on the mat as you start to walk the right hand over to place it onto your left hand. So you're just sort of taking a little side stretch here. And you're going to try and open the side body up here as you rotate the rib cage up. And if that's a little bit too much here, you can even take the hand back and reach to open the side. And you can keep the gaze down towards the earth. You can keep it towards the horizon. Or you can even look up towards the stars, helping you to open the rib cage. And make sure you are breathing here, breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and rotate the body back down. So we're going to draw the arm back down, placing it about a foot away from the left hand there. And we're going to walk those hands back to the center. Let's take one deep breath, remember, and longing the gaze. So draw your chin down, extend the crown up and out from the tailbone. And exhale as you walk those fingers forward, playing the biceps out towards the spine. And on your next inhale, we'll rise the chest from the mat. Take your gaze out over the mat. And we'll walk our hands to the right side. So take a step out with that right. Place that left hand on top as you start to rotate the body open towards the earth. So if you want to take your hand with it already, you can, or you can start down low. Taking the arm up, you're going to reach up towards the clouds. Maybe close your eyes. Taking those deep breaths in for expansion. And as you breathe out, you relax into your pose there. And from here, we're going to gracefully rotate the body down so the arm, shoulder comes up and over. Placing that left hand down on the mat. Walking the hands back to the center. Breathing in expansion. And breathing out relaxation. Beautiful job. And on your next breath up, look up. Walk your hands back towards those knees. And then we're going to come up into our tabletop. So we'll just power up the legs. Take the knees underneath your hips. Your hands will be underneath your shoulders. You have an option here to tuck your toes, or if it's more comfortable for you, you can lay them flat against the earth there. So from here, we're going to practice still on the side body here, reaching up and opening the side of the body here. So let's take our right hand out to the side of the body here. And then as you inhale, you want to look up, open the side body, open the heart, open the chest, maybe starting with the elbow first, trying to get the elbow over that arm, and then reaching up towards the sky. And we're going to add a little bit of movement here. So let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend your elbow, and we're going to take the hand to swoop underneath the body. You're going to reach out over the left side. So maybe you're here, or maybe you try and get that right shoulder underneath the left, bending the left elbow as you reach a little further, getting a little bit more of a twist there. And then as you inhale, we're going to open. So you're going to pull the elbow back through, shoulders come parallel, and then twist in the rib cage as you send the elbow up and over, reach up, all in an inhale here. And then as you exhale, bend the elbow and dive straight back down. And working at your own pace, inhale to open. Reach for the clouds. Beautiful job, yogis. And on your exhale, coming back down and in. Beautiful job. Inhaling to open. And exhaling to close. We'll do one more, yogis. Inhaling to open. And exhaling to close. This time we're going to go ahead and lay down on the mat. So make sure you're bending that left elbow so it isn't pinching. You're going to lay your right ear along the ground as you lay on your right shoulder here. So you can move the left hand so it isn't pinched. Your right elbow is going to be over, your left elbow is going to be over your left wrist. And then try and keep the weight evenly distributed in your knees there. You can keep your gaze down along the grass. Or if you're looking for more of a push, go ahead and push into that left hand and take your gaze maybe past the elbow. You'll feel a twist there in the spine, along with a shoulder stretch there in the shoulder. Again, remembering to breathe beautiful breaths in and out as you relax into the pose. And on your next breath in, firmly plant the hand into the earth as you push up, coming back into your tabletop. Place that right hand underneath that right shoulder. And we're going to come to the opposite side. So we'll take the left arm out to the left side of the body. Inhale as you reach the elbow up and over, opening the heart here, opening the heart, twisting here. And then maybe take that hand up towards the sky and reach towards the beautiful stars, as if you're reaching for new changes here. The sun shining on your face. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and bend your elbows. Start to turn your gaze down towards the earth. Reaching under and then reaching over towards the other side here. Maybe you stop here or you reach, taking the shoulder under the shoulder as you look up. And inhale to come back out. So elbow and hand comes through. Open the heart, twisting in the tummy, reaching towards the sky. And beautiful job. Bend the elbow, come back down. Reaching, working on that core there. And we inhale to open. And exhale to close. Inhale to open. And exhale to close. Let's do 2 more. And last one, we're going to exhale and come down. And on your next breath in, press into the mat with your palm. Rise up, bringing the shoulders level, placing the hands under the shoulders. From here, we're going to come to our backs. So maybe you take a knee across the front of the body and roll to your side as you roll over to your back. It's a beautiful chance to take a sip of water if you brought some water. And we're going to go ahead and lay back on our backs. Take your feet to the mat as the knees bend. And place your arms along the side of the body here. Feeling the earth against the back, against your feet, your palms, the back of your head. And bringing your focus back into your breath. So we breathe in through the nose, breathing deep. Maybe you breathe into the chest or the stomach. And exhale as you really start to ground. Imagine the whole body flattening against the earth. Your feet, your hands, your back, shoulders. From here, we'll take our hands into our knees here. So your feet will come up off the earth there. Bring your toes to touch. Your knees will come wide. You're going to inhale as you straighten the spine. We're going to exhale as you draw the thighs down towards the earth. You bring your knees towards your ribs or your shoulders there, your underarms. The tailbone stays against the earth. And maybe it'll take a few breaths to get there, so your knees will come closer with every exhale. And with every inhale, you imagine your spine flattening and lengthening. And as you exhale, tailbone stays on the ground. Draw your thighs closer. Breathing in and breathing out as you draw the knees closer. So maybe the further the knees apart, the closer you can bring your thighs towards the navel or the rib cage. And the closer the legs together is probably the easier on the lower back there. So from here you have an option to stay exactly where you are, or you can try and take your feet over your knees as we come into a happy baby. So you'll just take your feet towards the sky. Try and take your hands to the outsides of your feet as you draw your knees into your shoulders. Take your hands to the outsides of your feet. You're going to inhale. And as you exhale, you'll open the legs up, separate the feet. And if you want to take them higher and start to straighten those knees, you can take your fingers around your big toes. Draw the heels towards the sky, and then draw them open there. Keeping the tailbone flat on the mat there. can also rock there if you want. Maybe you start to draw your left heel towards the earth as you take your gaze to the right. And we'll draw the right foot down as you take your gaze to the left. And coming back to center whenever you're ready. Start to bend your knees. Take the hands away as you draw the feet together. Draw the hands and the feet down towards the mat. Go ahead and draw your feet out towards the bottom of your mat and the bottom corners. Start to turn your palms up as the thumbs rotate up and out, turning your palms up towards the sky. I want you to take a deep breath in, expanding the body from all sides. And as you exhale, really melt like a straight line down into the mat, feeling the length we feel there in the legs, the openness in the side body along the rib cage and core. And really using that breath to bring yourself into your yoga practice, into the present moment. From here, we're going to make a giant X. So you'll start to turn your palms up and take them over your head towards the top right and left corners of your mat. And we're going to take the right ankle towards the right corner of the mat. Take your left ankle and try and place it over the right. So you're going to just crisscross the legs, taking that ankle over there. And from here, we're going to try and bring that left wrist into the right hand. So you can come up and over as you arch the body like a beautiful C. Try and take the right hand to cuff the left wrist. And if you can't quite reach those corners there, that's okay. Come out a little bit there if you're feeling a little pinch there in the shoulder or the side body there. So you should be feeling a beautiful open along the left rib cage there, the left arm and shoulder. Again, taking a deep breath in for expansion as you reach the toes up and the fingers up. And exhaling as you relax down into the mat. And from here, starting one at a time, release your left hand from the right fingers. Release your left ankle from the top of your right. And we'll start to come back towards the center of the mat as you gracefully lift the head and slide the body. From here, you'll take your right ankle over the left. Breathe it in as you draw the right arm up and over, placing it into your left hand. And relaxing down with your exhales, focusing on the right side of the body. Breathing in and out. Really bringing yourself into the present moment. Relaxing. and one at a time, we'll relax the hand away from the other, drawing the right ankle off of the left, drawing the head and body back into a straight line here. Bring your feet together, bring your hands together, and go ahead and flex those feet. So you'll draw the feet flat here as you draw the toes towards your shins. And then reach the hands up and over the head. You can even reach the shoulders up as you shrug the shoulders up. And reach the heels to one end of the earth and the hands to the other as you stretch the length of the body. And on your exhale, you're going to relax, feel the body strength as your elbows bend, your toes relax away. Beautiful job, yogis. From here, let's go ahead and bring our hands down. We're going to bend our knees, place your feet on the mat, adjust the hips, maybe adjust your head there. And then we'll take the right leg straight down the mat, flexing the feet. Take your left knee into your right hand. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to relax the foot and draw that knee up over the body. And you're going to feel a beautiful twist here as you draw that left knee towards the right side of the mat there. Beautiful job, yogis. So you should feel a beautiful twist there in the mid-body. Placing the left hand down on the mat for balance. You can use the right hand to draw your knee maybe straight towards the earth there. You can even use the left toe to tuck behind the right thigh there, if that's easier for you. Or if maybe you want more, you can take that left foot in front of the right thigh and really start to draw that left knee up along the earth towards, let's say, your right shoulder there, feeling more of a twist in the back, lower back there. Your shoulders are open, again, like we're working with the opening the heart there. So draw your shoulders down. If you even wish, maybe you want to take your gaze and look past your left shoulder. Or somewhere in between there. In between the sky and the horizon. And again, settling into the present moment, breathing in. With every inhale, feel your body expand as if you're going to expand across the whole entire world. And as you're exhaling, you're settling into who you are, into the grass, into the pose, settling into the new changes. And so wherever you are along this pose here, we'll start to draw your gaze towards the sky. So if you're turning there, take your gaze back towards the sky. Take your hand away from your left knee. Engage your core muscles as you roll over to your bottom. And release that left foot back down towards the earth. Using the hands and the foot, reach the bottom up, adjust the hips. Place the right foot down on the earth. And take your left foot long. Beautiful job. So the right foot is on the mat, right knee is bent. Take your left hand to that right knee as the foot lifts. Take a deep breath in, relax your left foot. As you exhale, you're just going to roll over to your left hip. So maybe you're just here as you relax, feeling that beautiful twist there in the lower back. And again, maybe you want more, maybe not. You'll start to draw that knee down towards the earth, feeling that beautiful twist. You keep that right shoulder down on the ground. And maybe you're just fine where you are. Or maybe you'd like to draw that knee up, feeling more of a twist there. Opening the heart as you breathe in, expand, draw the knee down, open the heart. Maybe you turn the gaze past the right shoulder. And as you exhale, you relax, you melt into the earth, relaxing. And if you feel any pinch or like you're going a little bit too much into it, just ease out. No need to push further than your comfort zone. Or you want to go a little bit further, but not too much. Go where you can feel little growth there. Safe. Maybe your hands are in the grass, or your right hand into the grass. You feel it as it tickles in between the fingers, bringing you back into the present moment. And from here, starting with the head, we lightly lift, turn your gaze towards the sky. Start to release your left hand from the right leg as the leg goes down and rolls back over. Place the right foot on the mat, turn your palms down, lifting the hips, adjust your hips, bending both the knees, place your feet on the mat. Beautiful job. And we'll come back into our hugging the legs here, so you'll take your feet off the ground, take your hands into your knees. You'll take a deep breath in as your spine flattens, the head lifts, or the chin tucks. And as you exhale, the tailbone stays flat, draw your thighs towards the tummy. Inhaling for length, exhaling, they come a little bit closer every time, taking it nice and easy. You should feel that in beautiful lower back there. And on your next inhale, the knees will release away from the body one at a time. Place your feet on the mat. And we'll find ourselves rolling over. So you can maybe dip your hip to one side as you roll over to your side, using the palm to come back into our tabletop position. So from here, your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Again, your option to keep the toes flat or tucked. I want you to imagine that you are a flat table. So we're going to flatten the spine. I want you to sort of open the heart here as you open the chest and the shoulders, flattening the spine along out the crown there. And come back into your breath as you breathe in and out. Beautiful job. We're going to start to move a little bit more here as we tuck the toes. We're going to, so how your bottom sort of comes towards your heels, you're going to press into with the toes and the hands as you reach the knees up. Take the bottom back and bring your ankles down towards the mat there. So we're coming into a downward dog position. And if that's uncomfortable for you, you can always stay in your tabletop pose. And we're going to try and lift one leg at a time. So if you can stay in your dog, or if you want to be in your tabletop, maybe you're trying this. This will be your one-legged dog. Just lifting one leg off the mat there. And you don't have to go real high with it. You want to keep your hips level there. And maybe here or here, just staying right where you are. It's not about how high it goes there. It's about how far you can reach back, keeping the hips level. So maybe you're down low or you're up high in your dog pose. So from here, we'll maybe start to lift that right leg along with your other fellow yogis there. We'll just lift that right leg up. Just working on some balance there. Beautiful job, yogis. We'll place that right foot or knee back on the ground. And start to lift the left knee or the left foot, centering the balance into your hands and your right foot, or your hands and your right knee. Beautiful job, yogis. And start to place the foot or knee back down on the earth. If you're in your dog, we'll bring your knees back down towards the earth. Start to untuck the toes, bringing the toes together. You can keep your knees where they are, or you can draw them wide back into your child's pose, like the beginning of class. Sit back your ankles towards your feet. Inhale, expand up, and relax back down into your child's pose, placing the forehead along the earth. We'll inhale to look up. Exhale as you power up the legs, coming into your child's pose. Walk the hands under the shoulder, tabletop, and then you walk the hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. So from here, we're going to come back to what we were doing before, down with the knees. You're going to take your right foot back to the back of the mat. And then I want you to try and take your left hand out in front of the body. So notice your weight is, make sure your right hand is under the right shoulder there. Left knee under the left hip. So you can keep the right foot down on the ground here, just working on your balance here. Or if you want a little bit more, you can try and lift that right foot. So we're here, maybe here. And again, it's not about how high you can lift here. It's about how long you can stretch. You're going to tuck the tummy in. Hips are even. Engage the core. Reach high and tall. And again, remember to breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful job, yogis. We'll start with placing the left hand down. Relax your core and start to place the right knee down on the ground. Beautiful jobs. Maybe you want to sit back on the toes here, so you can tuck the toes or lay them flat. Walk your hands gently back and then bring your hands up. Beautiful job. Taking a relax off of the wrist there. Let's go ahead and stretch the wrist there. So you can stay up on your toes or maybe come to a seated position. We'll be here for maybe a few minutes. So from here, we'll start with the right arm. This is one of my favorite wrist stretches. You'll take your arm out, taking your left thumb to the inside. Take your hands along the outside of the arm there, and I want you to squeeze. And then start to relax your right arm completely and start to slide it down as you squeeze. You'll feel the wrist start to relax away from the arm, opening the hand, draw that pinch down, and then through the fingers. And as you come out, relax and shake. And we'll do the other side there. So you'll take your right thumb to the inside, hands along the outside. Give it a little squeeze there and start to pull down the arm. Separating the wrist there slightly, opening the hand. And the fingers there, pulling them. And we'll take a little shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Coming back down to your tabletop. So I'm going to take a drink here real quick. And we're going to come back to our balancing. So we'll take the left foot to the back of the mat, centering the weight here. Make sure the right knee is under the hip, left under the left shoulder, and try and take your right arm up and over the mat here. And reaching. So maybe your leg stays down on the mat, or maybe you try and lift it here. So again, key here. So maybe you're even just like this, and that's completely okay. We are where we are. The point is that we're here, we're on our mat, and we're trying. So maybe you're here working on that balance, which is awesome. Or maybe you want to reach and get a little bit higher there, reaching up and over. And again, the key here is engaging the core. No hyperextending in that left elbow. You can do it, just a few more breaths. We'll inhale. And as you exhale, release the right hand down, bend the left knee, and place it down on the mat. Beautiful job. From here, take a deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful job. Coming back with the right foot, placing the toes on the mat. And we're going to take a few pulses here. So this time we're leaving both hands down on the mat. So if you're having some wrist problems there or some elbow problems, this is probably maybe what's going on. So I want you to slightly bend the elbows, relax your shoulders. And then your hands will kind of have like a little tent, as if a little ladybug could hide in your hands there. And you wouldn't smush them. So from here we're going to lift that right ankle. Keeping your hips even, so try not to do any of this, and you're going to engage your core there. So maybe you're down low and you're just working on your pulses down low here. So we're going to pulse up. So we're just taking that right heel towards the sky, no higher than the hip, and then taking the toes back down. So we lift the foot and place it back down. So this is beautiful working the bottom there. Working in the side core there as well. We'll do two more. Remembering to breathe. And starting, I'm stopping here at the top. Start to bend the knee and place it down on the mat. Beautiful job. We're going to do the other side, switching the weight here, taking a breath in between, and taking the left foot back to the back of the mat. Beautiful job here. Adjusting the weight in the body. Lifting the toes off of the mat as high as you wish. No higher than the hip. Take the feet down and lift them back up. And you're moving at your pace here. Not worrying about your fellow yogis, worrying about your practice here, tightening the core. We'll do two more. 1 and 2. Beautiful job. Start to bend the knee and place it down on the mat. So from here, we're going to come to our backs. So again, maybe bringing the knee across the body, taking your hips down and rolling back over. So from here, bring your backs down into the mat. And I want you to take And I want you to take your feet down the mat and take them as wide as you feel comfortable. I want you to claim your space on the mat. And I want you to take your arms out to your sides with the palms facing up towards the clouds, towards the heavens. Opening the heart as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, you find yourself settling into this beautiful creation that we call Earth and nature. So as you know, we might be breathing a little heavy as we just did some movement. Feeling that beat in your heart, that breath, that prana. And I want you to focus on taking big inhales and big exhales. Expanding the heart and the navel. And relaxing the spine into the earth. You'll notice the heartbeat starting to slow down. From here, I'd like for you to take an adventure with me, or you have an option to just lay and relax in your Shavasana. Take your attention to your feet as you wiggle your toes. Imagine beautiful red color, red ruby at your feet, making you feel grounded, comforted, relaxed, like you're exactly where you need to be in this given moment in time. And then start to relax your feet as they fall silent. Thinking of all the places your feet have ever took you and how blessed you are for being able to do so, and all the places that your feet will take you next. Be thankful. Start to draw that beautiful energy up as you breathe in. You draw that relaxation, that comforting thankfulness up into the legs as they swirl up into the knees and the thighs, coming into the hips. You feel a lightness in your heart as you breathe into those hips. And as you breathe out, you imagine the hips coming closer towards the earth. Maybe even your legs are separating as the heels draw up and the toes draw towards the outer sides. Just taking your awareness into the legs, your relaxed state of mind. Breathing in, feeling thankful for the ability to move, to walk, to take this yoga practice today. And on your next inhale, we'll start to draw that relaxation from the bottom half of the body up into the stomach, drawing in, breathing into the tummy. And breathing out, relaxing straight down into the earth, into the grass. Being thankful for the ability to be yourself, to be individual, to have your own character, your own personality. And on your next inhale, draw that relaxation from the toes, the legs, the hips, the navel, into the heart as you feel your chest rise, your shoulders sink back, your shoulders open. And exhale straight back down. Your body melts into the earth. And we inhale as our body expands. Thinking of a beautiful green emerald burning bright deep in the chest where your heart remains, helping you to feel loved, cherished, appreciated, and accepted. And not only by others, but by yourself. Being able to accept where you are in life, no matter what it is you're going through or what you're doing. You love yourself, and you love your process of going through it. Breathing in, feel light, feel fuzzy. And breathing out, feel relaxed, feel grounded, feel safe. With your next inhale, we'll take that relaxation into the throat. And you'll exhale again, flattening into the earth. Here we will focus on our ability to speak our truths, our ability to know our truths, and the ability to be okay with being wrong sometimes and knowing that eventually you will figure it out, and that is life. Moving our relaxation and awareness up into the third eye, we breathe in. And we breathe out as we relax, being thankful here for our ability to have to see and create, to have imagination, so that we are able to tap into new ideas and bring new things into our realm here, into our world, bringing our individualism into our community. And we will bring that relaxation up and out through the top of the crown. Full body takes an inhale with the wind as it blows. And as you exhale, you relax down your whole body this time, relaxing your awareness, expanding up and out the fingertips, the toes, the crown. Imagining a beautiful light that is you beaming from all sides of the earth, expanding all the way around. And as you exhale, you become okay with that. You're okay with who you are. You're okay with feeling good. You're okay with where you are, happy with where you are, excited for more. And we'll take one more deep breath. I want you to expand the body. Maybe start to wiggle the toes, the fingers. And as you exhale, you'll feel the body sort of shrink, Feel your heart sort of come back into your safe place and into your reality. Start to feel the fingers and the body, feeling the toes as you wiggle, turning the ankles and the wrist. Maybe even turning the head, bringing one ear towards the earth and then the other. And then you'll start to move out the elbows and the knees. And maybe you start to move the hips around. So this is where you start to move freely, maybe taking any extra stretches or poses here that you wish to help you come back into the moment. And whenever you're ready, you'll find yourself laying on your right side. Maybe placing the left palm against the earth. Taking a final moment here to relax, take in everything that you have accomplished today. Giving yourself a pat on the back for showing up today. And then you'll use that palm to press into the earth as you rise up. You can keep your eyes closed if you want to, or you can keep them open. We'll come back to where we began in our nice, comfortable seated position and sitting tall. Start to take your hands wide as you inhale. Taking the inhale up with the hands, reach up, take the sight up, the chin up. Palms together. And as you exhale, bring those palms down the midline as the elbows bend. Take the prayer hands to heart. Your chin stays parallel to the earth. Relax your shoulders. And to yourself, I'd like for you to say, you can say it out loud or you can say it to yourself. Say, I am happy, I am healthy, and I am loved. Go ahead and bow your chin to your chest, forehead to the hands. Taking this moment to recognize yourself, how far you've come in life, and what more that you have to see and how you're excited to do so. Thanking you so much for having the time for yourself to spend with me today. Going and bowing our heads, namaste. That was wonderful, wasn't it? The shade hit just in time for Shavasana. It is.